A lot of the visual differences that we try to go for with the characters in StarCraft 2 is try to think of almost like a superhero team. You have your good guy, your Captain Freedom type person. You have the big strong guy. You have the kind of eccentric, crazy little guy. So we kind of build our characters like that. So if you were to see all these guys in a group, each of those guys would kind of have an iconic stereotype that you could roughly associate them with, right? James Raynor, Jim Raynor, the anti-hero kind of. Horner, the Captain Good Guy sort of thing. Tosh, sort of mysterious. You don't know if he's a good guy, bad guy, sort of vibe to him. So we really try to hit just sort of classic story hero villain archetypes for some of our characters. And of course, we'll try to come up with some new ones. But we really like to base them or ground them in sort of things that people would know. So as soon as they see these guys, they'll go, oh, this guy's kind of like a Boba Fett. Or, oh, this guy's kind of, like a Luke Skywalker or something like that. Well, we really wanted to have in our game to show a series of progression. So we really focused on putting new items when you come back from a mission wherever we can. We don't want to make it too heavy where people have to click everywhere because they're thinking they're going to miss something. But we try to take just some cool things like completing the end of a storyline. I think I covered it a little bit earlier in our cantina. We have an area where you can see there's a big blank wall space, and that will fill up as you finish the different campaigns. So you may come back and look at the wall, okay, there's nothing there, and you just finish a line, then you go back into the canteen, you're like, what is that? Click, and it'll give you a little, Raynor will say something, or there'll be a little brief write-up or a little sound bite off of it, things like that. We try to put things into the various spaces just to keep them interesting. So we actually put a lot of time in designing our single-player characters, ones that aren't on the Terran, Zerg, or Protoss armies. We have a ton of animations already geared towards civilians and all that for the Terran sort of aspect. We've created a bunch of sort of random Zergy critters, one called the Brutalisk, which is a specific sort of Zerg creature that's really cool, and it's not on the army. Who knows where it'll go in the future or what the fans will do with it in the modding community. But right now, we just want these other characters that are out there, so it doesn't feel that it's just you versus the enemy. Like we're not making them creeps or anything, but there'll be secondary objectives like, go find the Brutalisk. Okay, I'm going to go do that. When you meet him, he's just this big, huge, terrifying thing that is going to, whomp your army unless you're prepared for it. Oh, maybe I won't do it. You won't get the objective then, though. But we've been putting a lot of effort into coming up with unique tile set pieces, like, this generator goes to the Braxis Alpha space platform. We want to do that with characters, too. Another way we're really trying to focus after BlizzCon is we're going to be hitting up a lot of our mercenaries now. Right now, they're just mercenaries are, it's a Firebat or it's a Marauder. It's just placeholder. But we're really going to start hitting up original models for these guys now, too. Original portraits, original sound effects, as much as we can, right? These guys we want to make them feel that they're really cool and you want to use them. If it's just a scaled-up version of a Firebat, yeah, it's cool, and the people who are, the min-maxers, they'll buy them because they are better than this combination that's against them. But we want people who kind of just want to go, oh, wow, what are these guys? Oh, they look awesome. Yeah, I want to use those guys. So, we're putting in stuff for super suits, and we have vultures still. We have, all of our old kind of classic StarCraft units that we can repurpose and put in as mercenaries if we want. It's still kind of open. We have an idea of what the mercenaries are, but I think those are going to change as we start coming up with new concepts for cooler mercenary units.